Don't be fooled by the internet. It's cool to get on the computer, but don't let the computer get on you. It's cool to use the computer. Don't let the computer use you. You all saw The Matrix. There's a war going on. The battlefield's in the mind. The prize is the soul.
Push the button. Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
You heard what Sue Young said. Push the goddamn button. All right, we are live.
We back. We live in effect.
All right. So we back with the exclusive on Benzino. Getting ran over by Althea and Diamond from Crime Mob. So he's been sent the shit to the east. Somebody sent us, Benzino
Anonymously.
anonymously. Someone sent us, X-rays of Benzino and and the whole report, the affidavit and all that. So we gonna get into it, man. Yo, what's up? What's good? Shout out to y'all just coming in here. All right, last 12 to die, 187. What's good? Shout out to y'all that's just tuning in. We're gonna get into this. So this is Benzino. Got ran over by Althea and Diamond from Crime Mob. All right, so we got some so we gotta get into the history of this shit real quick. So Benzino, I guess Benzino was approached by going through some shit with his baby mama Althea, and somehow, some way, they end up running his ass over with the car, and he ended up in the hospital. Well, supposedly injured, and all these got him all the neck brace. Yeah, got him all the neck braces and shit. So
Told the police.
yeah, right. He told he told the police. He told the police.
he had to tell the police.
He told the police.
They tried to take his life. He had to tell the police.
I don't even want to be laughing at this shit. But
That
hey,
ain't
man,
funny. They ran his ass over, and he had to tell the
he had to tell Popo. Yeah, Benzino had to tell Popo he got ran over and shit. So we gotta get into it, man. All right, so who should we start with first? Benzino or them? I guess we'll start with Benzino. We let him tell the story. All right, so Benzino, before we get into the affidavit and all that shit, get into what really happened. So, all right, so Benzino did go on Real Life Street Stars. I don't know if they did an interview. Yeah, I guess they did like a quick drawing with him just to get, his side or whatever. So we gonna get into that. Let me pull that up, and then Althea and Diamond went live like right after that shit happened. So we gonna get into their account as well. And this shit crazy though.
So make sure y'all smash that like button if y'all just getting in here. We about to give y'all Benzino's account. What went down.
All right, so let's get into it, man. This is on Real Life Street Stars and shit. Before we get into the email and all that shit we was sent, let's get into the backstory.
Posting her for nothing, and she did all that just to post the OnlyFans link. Go to my OnlyFans link, and it's like you did all that for that, and she's posting her party, and that's cool. Whatever you're doing is cool, but you can't be worried about Zeno if this.
Real life.
And just take us through there, man. Take us through the day, bro.
All right, this is all an unfortunate situation.
They got an arm brace on and shit. Oh,
my child's mother, I'm gonna take it from when I had to go get Zeno. My child's mother had my son out of school for 5 months. She was going through something, whatever she went through. They lived in Miami, and she had him out of school for 5 months. Right?
Please.
We was together a while ago, over 10 years ago, and we did Love and Hip Hop. People seen us on many reality shows, and always a toxic situation, right? And I'm not going to sit here and point the finger of whose fault it was, who's to blame, because it ain't even about that. Because it's so long ago. Shit, I'm with somebody I love dearly now. It don't even fucking matter. But she she always wanted to be famous and on TV, and I did that. And I brought her on TV and ended up getting kicked off really because, as far as I'm concerned. We did a bunch of other reality shows, and she's always tried to embarrass me and make me look crazy. When all I ever did was try to put money, spent lots of money for her career that never went anywhere, music career. All my connections, spent thousands and thousands of dollars, got her a lot of money bringing her on these reality shows. And yes, I brought her on the shows because Mona, when I was on Love and Hip Hop, the reality was Mona didn't even want me to bring Althea on. She had cast it twice and they turned it down. And then when I told her I was going to bring her on, even beyond her already calling Stevie, I made it. They was like, no, she's not coming on. You know, they were still kind of trying to have me get with Carly Red. And I just was like, I'm not, you know, like that's over with. I said, this is who I want to bring on. This is who I like. And they was like, no. And then, you know, I said, well, I'm not coming back on. And then they let me bring her back. They let me bring her on. She got a big.
Okay, so you said you bought the bottle of beer
Hey,
at 11:15, and then you said you bought the beer at 12:15.
I
So
mean,
you done fucked up, right?
yeah,
Back
fucked
for
up.
and then from there, you know what I'm saying, all these other shows and everything, there was always problems. We had a child, and it just kept going downhill from there. So, you know, I guess,
All right,
you
thank
know,
family first.
when it comes to me with relationships or whatever, you know, I will bet that's probably an area that I definitely could have done better because, you know, growing up, I really didn't, you know, I didn't know about love, relationships and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't come from that. You know what I'm saying? I was with my niggas growing up like everybody else is, and you really don't know, as a man, you really don't really know, I don't want to say what love is, but the type of love that you had to be in a relationship and the type of emotions that had to go with that, I wasn't ready for that. And I don't think none of us are, you know, just the struggle in the hood and when you're gangbanging and you're selling drugs and you're doing all kind of shit. How can you even understand what love is? So yeah, man, you know, I went head first, head deep on what I thought I was in love, and I paid the price for it. And, you know, I don't blame anybody. I'm not blaming her. It happened, but I lost a lot in that situation, that relationship, a lot. And I don't want to get into that, but we had been away from each other for a while. You know, me and my new girl, Ashley, we've been together 5 years. And, you know, she knew that. I moved on, she moved on. When we broke up, I gave her everything. I didn't have shit left. You know what I'm saying? I was fucked up out here. She, you know, she went on to buy properties and had everything after that. And that's, you know, that's cool. She got my son. Hey, listen, you know what I mean? What the fuck? I wasn't hating on nothing. Whoever she was seeing, I didn't care. I just doing me. I'm like that. I don't wish people bad after. You know, getting over a relationship was hard for me when you think you're in love because I'm a Cancer and not even knowing how to be in love, not knowing how to break up is even worse. You know, because you think you're so much in love, you think you're going through these problems. It's a lot, man. And you're still older, so it's not like I was young. I kind of was disappointed in myself because I should have known better. But what I found out now is that you're really never too old to learn.
And that reality show shit ain't help. That ain't fucking help with the relationship. Or that TV time and that camera in your face and all the shit surrounding that. Yeah, that definitely ain't help.
And that was just that period of my life I had to learn, though I was in my 30s to 40s. I mean, so anyways, we to the point where we don't speak, you know, always giving me a hard time to see my son over these years. And Zeno with me, like we're like this, even though the dysfunction of his mother and father and the situation of me having to see him and her, you know, all the shit that she said about me online back in the day, she, you know, all the gay allegations back in the day that she said, even to the new shit. It's like this has been, you know, her defaming me has been forever. You know what I mean? And you know, this time here was whatever she was going through had nothing to do with me. She was screaming that some woman had sold her properties. That I just know that when we did a reality show, she was on the show Love Goes, and she had befriended this woman who was the wife of Dwayne Bowe, the football player. It was on Oprah's network. That was the last show they were. That was a disaster. And they got real buddy-buddy. The show was over. Then I'd never seen her after that, right? Something happened where, based on what she posted and what she says, that the woman fucked her over, scammed her out of property. That's what she's saying, allegedly. So whatever happened, she had a breakdown. Now she's begging me over the summer to get back with her. I got it all in my texts. And saying this doesn't make me pat on my back because I don't give a fuck about that. I'm with who I want. And you can't break that up. And I'm like, hell, she's like, I want my family back. Man, get out of there. Like, no way. Are you crazy? So I guess that pissed her off. And she kept Zeno out of school for 5 months, right? And that's crazy. 4th grade, he's not in school. I'm calling down there, FaceTime. For a while, he didn't even pick up. Then when he finally picked up months later, I found this out. He don't got no Wi-Fi. He's in his room, like just with a phone. She never cooked for him. I would have to call like on Uber. There was Aldi's close. So I would call Aldi's or another supermarket to send food over here for him to microwave because he couldn't cook it. And she didn't cook for him. This is 5 months. So I didn't know a lot of what was going on. So the mother and the aunts and the sisters was calling the police on her this whole time. And they hadn't told me early in the game. I had found out later, but then they got on the phone with me and like, yeah, she's tripping. They would call police to do wellness checks down there, and the CPI got involved. But every time they would go over there, nothing would happen. Finally, the mother was down there right before Christmas, and the mother called me and said that she had gotten into it with her. This is Althea's mother, Zeno's grandmother, and said that they had took her. And they took her to like a mental facility to be under like a hospital to get checked out, right? And the mother had to go back to work. She flew down to Miami for this. So I had to fly down to Miami. CPI had said, yes, mister, you can come down there and get him. I went down there and got him immediately. My poor son looked crazy. Skinny, hair, no haircut. I broke down crying, man, and brought him immediately home. He had a great Christmas. My son has a son, so they're really close to each other. And man, you could just see it, man. He just hugged me like his hug. I never felt no tight hug like that. And I felt bad for him because I knew, listen, I'm not calling her a bad mother before that because she was doing good with him before that. I don't understand what happened. So I put him in school immediately, right? Enrolled him in school after the holidays. And got him in school. Finally, he's getting some normalcy in his life. So it's been like a month and a half. So after she got out, she's pissed now. Pissed at the mother, pissed at everything. And there was an open defects case in Miami. And then, of course, when we came up here, I had to climb through the police. There was an open defects had to come over, interview him. So there's an open defects case up here. She puts out all the rumors. Me and Bobby Valentino were sleeping together. Now, I ain't talked to Bobby since in years. Me and Bobby used to live in the same apartment in Marietta.
Yeah,
and Bob was my guy. We did the movie together. We did music together. We stayed on the same floor. I mean, Bob's a good dude. When all the other allegations about Bobby was happening, then that's when we kind of. And I had caught a case in that building, so I had to leave. That was another, you know what I'm saying. And I ain't seen Bobby since then. So me and Bobby, I ain't talked about. She comes out the blue and just said she and me and Bobby are fucking around with each other. Which now there's an open lawsuit that Bobby filed. Mine's filed against us. Because that was just fucked up. Like, how could you? Like, that shit's crazy. She said that. Like, she's not thinking straight because you cannot say no shit like that. So she's been like, sending police over to the house, making false statements about me and my girl. Sending police over there. We looking at the police in the ring camp, like, what's going on? Yeah, I just got a call that you guys are arguing. We're not even home. Making false reports. So here we are now. So I'm filming a movie a few days back, a Tubi movie. And she's the lieutenant.
Okay, all right. So
That nigga look like a Tubi movie.
We're talking.
Built like
The whole
a
life
movie.
is a Tubi. This nigga whole life is a Tubi movie.
Yeah, you hear this shit? So you say
Yeah,
you bought
that
the
shit
bottle
sound like a
beer
Tubi movie.
at 12:15. I don't even laugh at the nigga, man, but this shit crazy.
He played. It's crazy. He do Tubi movies, but his life is literally a Tubi movie.
Yeah, this shit playing out like that.
Like, right? You could put nigga life on Tubi and just play that shit, and that's a fucking Tubi movie.
Yeah, I got the video where he got arrested too.
He's still trying to look cool with the cast on his arm and shit.
As Althea gained custody of their child. So let's finish this story out because he bought the bottle of beer at 12:15.
Yeah, what's her side of the story? This nigga said it. He's just talking in circles.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to it though. I'm trying to get to it with. I'm trying to get to his part of the incident.
It was unfortunate because she took off and didn't stop. Now, I really didn't know
All right, here we go. This
The windows,
is what I wanted to get into.
I noticed
That
two police
part,
officers.
yeah.
All right, here we go. Because he bought the bottle of beer at 12 feet.
You heard he
All
said
right, here we
police
go.
officer, so
And
you know
take
you're
it
in the right spot.
All right, here we go.
is through civil action.
All
And
right,
that's what we're gonna do. You know, she can't keep getting away with saying anything about me. It's just, you know, so anyways, I got Zeno, and like I said, she was a couple of days she was talking to the lieutenant. She made a big stink about him being in school. Now, mind you, she kept him out of school in Miami. Could have got kept back. I got him back in school. He's been going to school 6 weeks. She's calling me now while I'm on set, and I have to do a wellness check for Zeno's in school. So I have to call the school principal to get their security, to call the school, to call the lieutenant at the police office to make sure. And she just, you know, why she's doing this, I don't know. So then come the day after, I had to take Zeno for a checkup after school. So usually I meet him, I walk and meet him at the school bus, and it parks right a couple yards down from from where I stay. And this time I was gonna surprise him. I was sitting in the vehicle and I was kind of like hiding a little bit, parked where I was hiding. So I could just see like a little, like as soon as he gets off where the stairs are at, I could see him. So you know, he was like one of the last ones to get off and smiling. Next thing you know, he's off. I don't see him no more. And I see like the other kids kind of crowding up. So I pull the vehicle up and I'm like, yo. So I'm looking across. I can see somebody grabbing Zeno, running him across because there's a street here and then there's a park with another street that separates it. And yeah, man, I jump out the car. I notice two police officers. I'm like, yo, that's my fucking son. And I'm jetting across the park. It's a small park to the other street. There's a black Escalade parked in the middle of the other street. There's cars parked on both sides. It's a two-way street, but it's one of those thin streets that if you're coming this way, another car's coming, you know, y'all have to kind of stop to let each other by. So that's how small the street is, because both sides, there's cars parking on that street. All I see is Zeno getting thrown on the other side, take to the other side of the truck, and was thrown in. I'm just tripping. Now, mind you, I see the police. They walking slow as fuck. Two young cops, short cops. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? All I know is that I jumped on the car. I put my body on the car towards the back door because she went around. And I think the window was open, so I put my hand in the door, and then I just heard the car rev up and just throw in the gear, took off. It flung me around, kind of fucked me up. I hit my head, twisted my neck up my back, fucked my arm up. You know, I'm gonna have to get surgery on my arm, on my shoulder, and possibly my elbow. You know, the picture that you're seeing in the hospital, anytime you get to an accident, that's just by precaution because they want to make sure that you don't got a broken neck. So everybody goes into you know, that was my first time. And, you know, it was unfortunate because she took off and didn't stop. Now, I really didn't know who it was, but it made sense to me because this must have been the friend who was at the police station. So coming to find out, you know, it was Diamond. And I'm like, first of all, right, in my opinion, the police made an error, and we're waiting for my lawyer's waiting for the police report. Should be getting it this week. But there was an error made. The police officer said Althea showed him some paperwork. The paperwork was a 2019 child support court order, right? They just let her take my son off the bus with that. They never called me, consoled me. I was there on the spot, never talked to me. Just let her, I don't know why they did that, if they were fans, if they seen two women, and just take my son. Not knowing that there's an open defects case, not knowing that she was just let out of a hospital weeks prior to that. And not knowing, well, I mean, he had to know that Zeno was with me, staying with me. I'm the one taking him to school now. So I didn't even understand the policeman's position in this. So then I'm feeling fucked up. My back's fucked up. My neck's feeling fucked up. My arm. And I'm like talking to them. I'm like, how the fuck can you just let them just speed off like that? And they kept going. It didn't stop. So now the ambulance comes. I get an ambulance. And I'm at Grady Hospital getting checked out. I get a call from the defects that they must have called Althea to come back. I don't know what happened with that. But defects came and they brought Zeno back to me at the hospital. I said, ain't this a bitch? It's poor.
He must be a cancer. His sign must be a cancer. This nigga giving me cancer vibes. Like this nigga drama as hell, bro. Like dramatic as hell. He gotta be a cancer. Is this nigga a cancer? His birthday? Gotta be.
Kid,
You know in the comments below what this nigga is.
Yeah, somebody verify that. Cause this nigga giving cancer vibes. Like,
so man, he's a great kid, and you putting him through this on some bullshit. Like you did it in front of this whole class. on the bus.
How did you
Scaring
tell?
everybody like I did nothing wrong. Like, you know, I didn't know what the fuck was going on because the police were walking slowly across the park. I didn't know. Evidently, she called them and showed them this paper and they just gave him my son without even asking me anything.
Oh no. Yep. Robinson Smith said, yes, he was. Yeah, he had cancer. Ah, shit. I knew it. This nigga telling. Yeah, he's dramatic as hell, emotional as hell. I knew it.
So
So,
obviously
so
there was a go ahead.
okay, so hold on. So we're talking about Diamond from Crime Mob, right? That's what you're
Yeah, down
okay.
from crime, man. Yeah.
So you're saying she was driving the vehicle?
She was in the front. They threw them in the back. And from my understanding, I didn't even recognize, but she said she had a 1-year-old baby in the back seat too. I don't even remember that. I just laughed the fuck out.
So she hit you, Diamond.
Diamond was the one driving. Absolutely.
Damn.
Absolutely.
So what are your thoughts on her right now? Like, it's always a friend with the baby mama committing the crime.
just thirsty to be in the light, you know, thirsty to be in the light. When they went live, she's mentioning my daughter. What did my daughter got anything to do with it? She's mentioning Cardi B. What did Cardi B got to do? So you could just, same thing with Althea. They don't care how they're in the light as long as they're in the light.
Were y'all cool before all this?
I never knew her. I never knew her. Okay. Never met her. Never. I think I seen her at a hosting one time. She said, "What up?" I might have said, "What?" I never knew her. Right? I just knew she was the 4th rapper on Nuck If You Buck. That's it. I barely knew she was on Love and Hip Hop. I don't even keep up with that shit. Like, I just know, like, why the fuck are you parked in the middle of the street? And then, it's like, why are you getting involved in this in other people's business? This is my son. Then she goes live and says a whole lot of accusations and a lot of disrespect. And I'm like, why are you doing this? And then it dawns on me, this is what they do to get in the light, to get in the blogs. They're not being talked about for nothing else they do. They really forgot about. And this is what they do. And I'm watching them and the immaturity and ratchetness. And she's supposed to be a mother of 2. And this had to be planned. You sitting in the middle, she's running across with my kid, dragging him, throwing him in the thing, and you take off. He didn't even have a seatbelt on. Let's say that you crashed and then he goes through the window. Like, what? I don't understand what all this was. Because at the end of the day, Zeno was doing fine. He's getting hundreds on his test. I'm doing fine. Everything was good. Now, this is the kicker. We went to court on Thursday, right? Right? Mm-hmm. Right before that Thursday. It was my girl's birthday. We go down the weekend, and Ashley's mother watches Zeno and his son. It's normal. She must have flipped out when she seen that. I don't know. But the judge, right before I went to Miami, the judge told us both, I'm going to make my decision. The judge, she told her part, I told my part. The judge sat there and said, I'm going to make my decision. I'm going to email you my decision. I'll email you the situation. She couldn't wait. She took it upon herself to do that crazy shit. And when I'm laying in Grady Hospital in the emergency room in the hallway, waiting to be seen, and here comes Zeno with the police and defects. And the defects was like, Althea started screaming at him and yelling at him. And the next thing you know, he said that there was no reason for her to do that because the judge still had to make the decision. And, Diamond, I don't know why Diamond did that. I don't know why, that it's just none of that shit made sense to me. Because at the end of the day, like, I don't even know if Althea has, I know supposedly she has a house here, but she's renting that out. So I don't even know where the fuck she's going to, like, if she took Zeno out of school, if Zeno comes out of school now, he's going to fail. He's already missed enough school. He's making up for all that. I would have just been happy to say, hey, look, let me keep him for the rest of the school year. You get yourself together, and then you take him back. The son loves his mother. Son needs his mother. But if you're not in the right frame of mind, obviously you cannot be, then we're talking, this isn't about me and you. She's making it about me and her, and it's not. It's about Zeno. That's why her mother got involved. That's why her sister got involved. The things that you're doing are abusing Zeno. And all I try to do is step in to get him in school. I ain't did nothing wrong. I wasn't trying to go to the internet to disrespect, none of that. So.
All right. So let me switch to this real quick. All right. So this is a video of Zeno, Benzino. Is getting arrested. I don't know if they had a mall setting somewhere. I don't know where the fuck they at, but let me know if y'all can hear this. Hold on.
Oh, it's clear.
You have kidnapped her child since December. You don't have custody. 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 You do not have custody of that child. You're kidnapping her child. You have kidnapped your child since December. You don't have custody. 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 You do not have custody of that child.
There's some dramatic ass shit going on. Ah, dang. That's crazy. All right, we gotta get in. Before we get into that, man, let's get into a quick commercial break. Be right back.
If you crave nature but still shop online, Night and Day Herbals is your dream come true. Discover premium herbal soaps, shampoos, and CBD products. All organic, all for you. Shop now at nightandayherbals.com.
Yes, indeed. This video is sponsored by nightandayherbals.com, where you can shop at nightandayherbals.com to get your natural herbal products from CBD to soaps and body oils to beard moisturizers to skin and hair care products, sea moss, and we do have some apparel on there as well. So make sure y'all hit us up. The link is in the description. The QR code is on the right side, and the link is pinned to the chat. So we definitely appreciate y'all that been supporting us. All right. So let's get into it. All right. So this is Diamond and Althea's account, and then we're going to get into the paperwork that was sent to us with Benzino and all that shit. So, all right. So this is Diamond from Crime Mob and his baby mama Althea. Let's get into it.
First of all,
let me know if y'all can hear it.
Benzino, if I
clear.
hit with my car, a bitch would be in jail right now. So let's clear that first. I'm gonna talk and I'm gonna give Althea the floor. Nobody hit you with a motherfucking car. Okay.
Fuck if you buck.
So why you
Like
get
Nicki Minaj though?
fake ass Nick Bryson calling Tasha K? I don't know. It's beneath me. I can't even begin to understand why. But I'm a friend. Anybody that know me know that I am a down ass fucking friend. So there has been some things going on between Althea and Benzino for quite some time. Everybody knows that. I took my friend to the bus stop to where her son was getting off the bus to do a wellness check on her son. At first, she had no idea where her son was because Benzino decided to not disclose information of where he lived or where her son was going to school at. We found that information out. We followed the proper protocol of the law. She has her paperwork. We called the police. We let the police know, hey, we are going to be here at this bus stop to do a wellness check on her child. I am the primary custodian guardian, if I'm saying that correctly. Show paperwork upon arrival to the location. The reason why she was doing a wellness check, she can go into that or not if she wants. That's on her. Okay. Sat in the car with my 1-year-old in the back seat. You know what I'm saying? As she walked to go check on her child, give him a hug, X, Y, and Z. And I think at some point, bring him back to the car to where we were because the police were by the car. Then I hear, well, I ain't gonna say I hear. By this time, she has made it inside of the car and she's talking to him, checking on him. And at this point, I'm in the driver's seat. My baby's over here in the back seat. He comes to the car running. You stupid bitch, going crazy. Police out there and everything now, right? Comes to the fucking car. My baby, I think my window is half cracked. So my car is already in drive because at this point we finna probably pull around the corner, whatever the case. He's swinging. I don't know what he's trying to do. If he's trying to open my car door from the bitch, I don't know what the fuck he's trying to do. All I know is my car is already in drive and you're trying to put your hand inside of the window to where my baby is. So a bitch drove the fuck off.
And let me just clear this up right now. You shouldn't have nothing to do with it. Like you sticking your nose in the middle of somebody else's business and using yourself with your kid in the car with crazy ass Benzino, and you picking his son up and put him in the car for his baby mama. You shouldn't even be in the middle of that, Diamond. That shit is dangerous to even get in the middle of that shit and then have your kids with you while you doing it. She should have just pulled up and did all that shit. The baby mama should have just did all that. Not you pulling your goddamn car up and
Well,
with
you
your
know,
kids in there.
niggas is addicted to the toxicity, even with the kids around.
Hey, like why is she putting her nose in it? Like that ain't your kid to be even picking that kid up from school and doing that. Ain't your job. That ain't your kid. You get in the middle of some shit for no,
Nosy.
you know what I mean?
Just
Yeah,
being nosy.
you getting in the middle of some shit that ain't got nothing to do with you. That don't make fucking sense. You putting yourself in danger for your friend about their
Facts.
child. That's the type of shit you just don't get in the middle of. But
Nope.
anyway, let's continue.
Now, if you was holding on to my car and you happen to skin your knee or whatever the fuck happened, I don't know. But we have body cam footage that we can access. We have footage from the condos, all the condos that were surrounding the area that can show that nigga nobody hit you with a motherfucking car. Now, again, I'm just being here for a friend. I am a good friend. Althea has been a good friend to me as well. I wasn't even in here taking sides. But what you not finna do is go to the motherfucking blog sites and lie and say a bitch hit you with a car. If I hit you and struck you with a fucking car, my nigga, I would be in jail right now. So either, I don't know what you're doing. Maybe you're trying to get back on Love and Hip Hop. I don't know what the fuck is going on. All I know is people blowing my fucking phone up, sending me a picture with your no-neck ass laying with a fucking brace on your neck, talking about I struck you with my new car. And then how you even know my car new? Like, niggas is weird as fuck. So I came on here to clear my
You
name
weird
up
getting
because,
in the
bitch,
middle of
nobody
that
hit
shit.
you with no motherfucking car. You're weird as fuck. That ain't
You
got shit
weird
to do
getting in
with
the
it.
middle of that
I
shit.
was bringing my friend to come check on her son and do a wellness check on her son. Yes, she has primary custody. She has paperwork to prove that. That's why when we got to the scene, she called the police, told them I'm checking on my son, provided paperwork, X, Y, and Z. Now, all of a sudden, you in the hospital with a brace on your neck. When the doctor records come back, I'm sure it's going to show that, nigga, you did not get hit by a fucking car. And now I'm finna call my lawyer that's heavily on retainer, just in case this shit go left, because what you not finna do is try to play these lame ass games with me. Althea, do you want to say something real quick? Thee. Althea,
Mind
do you
you,
want to
no,
address the
get
people?
this.
Nosiest, you see that nosy
And
ass?
I'm sorry, I had to clean up my house
Nosy,
because I didn't spit company
Althea,
today.
you got something to
But
say?
just keep, I
Yeah,
just
I
basically
mean,
told her what
yeah,
happened
motherfucking
and that you
toxic
do have
and
primary
nosy.
custody.
I have primary custody, okay? I have primary custody, but he wants to keep him away from his mother because he doesn't want to go to jail for not paying child support.
End of story.
End of story.
End of story.
End of story. End of story.
That's it.
And as being a mother who keeps allowing him to be in his life, this man wanted to get hit by a car.
That's a good mother.
This man wanted to get hit by a car. He wants to go to the hospital
Wanted to get
and
hit
call
by a
Tasha
car.
K with a neck brace on. Okay? Only somebody psychotic would do all of that. You know what I'm saying? Only
Shit
somebody
crazy.
crazy would do all of that. I don't even be on the blogs, but I stay in the blogs behind his fucking dumb ass.
So that's it.
I don't know why you put your friend in the middle of picking your child up, like doing a wellness check on your child. Why your ass didn't get out the car? Why your friend get out the car? They like, I'm like, listen, I don't want nothing to do with. Diamond should have been like, I don't want nothing to do with this shit. Case this crazy ass nigga pop up. Yeah, you go ahead and get out the car and handle all. First of all, Diamond, your kid is already in the car. So why would you get out the car, leave your kid in the car to grab her kid, and the crazy ass Benzino running up like? Oh, man.
And he wanted to get hit by a car? What
He
type
wa-
of shit is
yeah,
that? He wanted to get hit by a car. That's some toxic stuff in your ass, boy.
bro, these bros is crazy as shit, bro. And he crazy as hell too.
Like, this is crazy.
This, yeah, powder. He definitely on powder.
Like, you
That's the first thing you do is call, like, imagine being laid up with a fake ass.
So guess what? Because he did all of that, because he did all of that, he now has child protective services involved. Because he goes to that extreme. that he got.
And then guess what? They will see, like I told
Like,
them,
this is crazy.
Once they see the body cam footage from the officers that were on scene, and once I have my lawyer to get all the footage from all the
I hate when people want to act like as if I'm the problem. I want to be in blogs. I ain't got to be in no blogs. I ain't got to be in nothing. I ain't got to be on TV. I ain't got to be in shit.
Can I say something?
This is fucked up.
Yeah, it is.
It's fucked up.
It is.
It's fucked up.
Yeah. Nigga, you crazy. Why would you call the blog site and say I hit you with a car?
Tasha K been trying to get interviews with me. Maybe I should do an interview, but who wants to keep talking about some foolery? I don't want to do an interview talking about some foolery. This nigga can't wait to call Tasha K.
I'm finna hit
He
Cardi
can't
B.
wait.
I'm finna hit
He
Cardi.
can't wait to call
and be
people.
like, bitch, I need your lawyers because I'm finna sue his no dick ass. Because bitch, you're not finna say I hit you with no goddamn car. Like, that's fucking crazy. If you want to be back on Love and Hip Hop, just say that. I probably can make a phone call for you. I'm just saying.
Fucking crazy.
But that's what happened. Everybody that's reached out that was concerned, you know what I'm saying? That's what happened. And again, like she said, I don't even be on the blog sites, but I will respond if someone speaks on my name and give incorrect information. So that's T. That's T. Clock it.
All right, let me switch over to Tasha real quick. I'll pull this clip up real quick. See what the fuck they talking about on this drum. Hold on.
They brought
Let me know if y'all can
Zeno back. Took him from because she wasn't supposed to have him in the first.
You sent me some pictures from the hospital. You called me. You said that you were hit by a car by Diamond and Althea. They were trying to kidnap Zeno from the school, and you got custody of Zeno.
We have joint custody. Althea is the primary custody. All right, that was done in 2019. She's been giving me hell with Zeno. I don't get it. I've never got on the internet with it for a while. We haven't spoke with each other. We ain't messed with each other. But this woman would call me and you know, just come down to the house. Told me one time, hey, look, I'm not trying to get you from Ashley, but I'll just take you for the weekend and you can go back with her. I just want my family back. These are the things she's saying. What's that right there? Why are you gonna have her there?
Because you're talking about her.
I don't
Look
see
at this
it.
nigga.
Right?
Always confrontational.
Yo, this nigga, dramatic ass nigga, bro. He over dramatic.
Now I'm gonna
He
Why
always
you put that there?
confrontational, ain't he?
Hey, why you put that there?
rewind. She went back down to Miami. She locked Zeno basically in his room for 5 months, not locked and key, but in his room with no Wi-Fi and no TV. The kid for 5 months just had his phone. That's my son, 10 years old. Good kid, beautiful kid, didn't deserve this. 5 months goes by, Zeno's not in school. She held him out of school. She screamed, he goes without eating. I would have to call Aldi's to get microwavable food because she didn't cook for him that whole time. Zeno told DFACS down there a bunch of stuff. They interviewed him. The reason that nothing could take place because they'd asked Zeno if he was all right. Come to find out, Althea's pinching him, telling him, you better not say nothing. The grandmother's telling me this. So the grandmother goes down there a few days before Christmas. They get into a fight.
Althea's mom.
Althea's mom. Althea gets taken away to get under 72-hour evaluation, I guess, with a mental facility. I enrolled him in the school because if I didn't, he would have got kept back. So now I have Zeno. I got him. Althea gets out. She's going crazy now. She makes all the allegations. She's mad at her mother and her sister because her mother and sister are just telling the truth, that she's lost her mind and Zeno's down there suffering. It's kind of abusive. She's on the internet saying, telling everybody I'm keeping him from her. Now, he's in school. Thursday, we had a court date, our first court date. We go to court. We sit in front of the judge, a woman judge. She listened to everybody, her, me, and said, I'm going to make my decision, and I'll be emailing you guys to let you know what's going on. I thought that she would wait for the judge's decision. Today, I went to go pick Zeno up. I get a call from the police saying, hey, she's down here with a friend. She's worried about the child. And I'm like, the child? The child's in school today. I had to go take him to get air, eye, and nose after school. Go down right there where the bus drops him off at. Next thing you know, there's a blind spot with the tree, so I can't see nothing, but I do see these other kids crowding around like it's a fight. So I'm like, what the hell? So I pull up. It's Althea grabbing Zeno. She's running. There's a There's a street here, there's a park here, and there's another street. She's running across. Now, there's 2 police officers there. I jump out the car, run across the park. I'm looking at them like, yo, she got my son. I run over there. There's a black brand new Escalade, or it looked like a new Escalade. It doesn't take a rocket science to see it's not an old one. We go over there. She throws Zeno in the car. I think the window's down. I go to see like what the hell's going on, because at this point I seen Althea, but I'm tripping like somebody got my son. She's doing this in front of the kids and everything. I runs past the police. There's 2 officers. Go over there. And so I'm like, yo, hey, what are you doing? As I go to the car, I guess the window's down, or the window. I try to put my window in the car to say, like, hold up, slow down. Diamond kind of pulls off, like squeezes, fast as hell. I didn't even know it was Diamond. Flies up the street. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? It kind of twisted me. My arm got messed up. My back's a little messed up. I hit my head on the car, and I definitely messed up my arm. The doctor, they sent me to a specialist. He said that he thinks there's a slight fracture in there that the x-ray didn't pick up. The ambulance comes. I go to the hospital. I'm sad. I'm angry because Althea has them. And she must have showed police the original 2019 form where she's the primary. We have joint custody, but she's the primary. Based on what Zeno told DFACS and everything, I'm sitting in the hospital. Right after they called me and said, we are bringing Zeno back to you. Zeno's sleeping right in the room right now. They brought Zeno back, took him because she wasn't supposed to have him in the first place.
All right, so let's switch over, man. That nigga dramatic as hell. All right, so let's switch over to the emails that we got. The email says some x-rays and shit. So they saying these x-rays is from when this nigga got shot by his cousin. That's what they said, these x-rays showing like bullet fragments and shit in his arm and shit. All right, let me read what this shit say. All right, so they said Benzino just filed a sworn signed notarized affidavit with the court snitching on Althea and Diamond for running him over with a car. The court document filed in DeKalb County, Georgia, included medical records, x-ray results showing Benzino's neck, and the bullet still lodged from when his cousin shot him in the shoulder. So that's what they're showing. Yeah, I think we can blow this shit up. This looks like some child support shit. Yeah, this is DeKalb County Judicial Information. All right, so case number 24 FM 6624 filed on 7/12/2024 with Court Division 8 contempt child support. So this was the party out there, Eaton and Raymond Scott. All right, let me see. All right, here's the court, the affidavit or the court shit that he taking them. But this is Althea Eaton plaintiff versus Raymond Scott. All right, so it says the defendants notice supplemental incident prior to entry in an order. It says the defendant Raymond Scott respectfully submits a notice and to inform the court of an incident that occurred February 25th, 2026, following the most recent hearing and prior entry of the court pending written order. All right, so in support of this notice, the defendant attaches affidavit incorporated herein by reference. Okay. So Raymond Scott is being duly sworn, state under as follows. It says, I am a biological father of the minor child Zeno Scott, age 10. Submit this affidavit based on my personal knowledge to inform the courts of events occurring on February 25th, 2026, prior to the entry of the court pending order in this matter. So on February, let's see now. Oh, shit. All right, so on February 2025, February 25th, 2026, while the minor child was returning home from school by bus, the child's mother arrived at the bus stop, accompanied by another adult operating the vehicle. So this basically going over the shit that they explained in the video. So he's saying he got hit by a car. I don't believe he got directly boom hit by a car. I don't know. I don't believe he got hit by like she actually just ran him over like boom and bumped him and hit him and
So you think
and
he
all
just
that shit.
all out capping, or
I
you
mean
just saying
it
like
dramatic
he
as
over
shit.
exaggerated?
Yeah, I think he over exaggerating the shit. Yeah, I
Huh.
feel like he over exaggerated because that's what that I
Yeah,
mean
because if he really got hit by a car like head on by, I mean, he would have been hurt for real.
so he's saying he stuck his arm in or tried to grab and she pulled off fast and he bumped his head on the car and this it. So you didn't technically you didn't get hit by the car.
Oh, that's
You
why his arm
that
was
means
messed up.
that means you hit the car. The car didn't
That's
hit
why
you.
that's why his arm was messed up.
Right.
Cause she said he tried to put his arm in the car and she probably drove off, and he just all out just said, "Oh, she hit me with the car."
Yeah. Nah, he hit the car. The car didn't hit him. All right, so it says upon the child exiting the school bus, the mother physically took the child, placed him into the vehicle without prior notice. So he went to the courts with all this shit, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know if this shit was worth doing all that. Like, I don't know. Because the x-rays really don't show nothing that's, injuring and shit. It just show like the bullet fragments from when he got shot or whatever, but you really don't see nothing else. So I don't know, bro. It says during the sequence of events, the vehicle moved and I was struck and injured. I don't believe that. I don't believe it was hit
Or
by.
was his arm yanked,
I
and
think his arm could have
his
been
arm
yanked.
was yanked a
Right.
little bit up and came out of his shoulder came out its side and
Cause
shit.
he trying to, cause if you sticking your arm in the car and you grabbing onto some shit, like you shouldn't have did that while a car was moving off anyway, bro. That's kind
Well,
of your
she said
fault.
she also said she did it because her kid was in there and she ain't know why he was
All right.
grabbing the why was your kid in there in the first place? Why was you there?
Well, I guess she was just taking her friend there to check on the
Nah,
child or
you
whatever.
said
But yeah, that
nah,
shouldn't have got involved with that shit.
yeah, she got involved too
All right.
much.
So the law, all right. So emergency medical services responded, and I was transported to the. I don't even be laughing at this shit. To the medical evaluation and treatment. I was placed in a cervical collar and arm sling due to the injuries sustained during the incident. Said law enforcement responded to the scene. The child's mother presented prior 2019 order to responding officers, division of the family, and the children's services. So children's services is involved. I guess that's what Diamond was talking about. All right, so the DFACS, it says which been involved regarding the matter concerning the child later responded to the scene. So the minor child was returned to my care that same day. So he got the child back. All right. All right. Since residing with me, the child has been consistently attending school, receiving regular meals, and maintaining stability in daily routine. All right. So let me go down here. Man, why is this shit zooming out like this? All right. So he says, I am further concerned that sudden unplanned removal of the child can create instability and emotional distress and could be considered a child endangerment. He said, my only intentions during the incident was to protect my child and prevent what I reasonably believe was unsafe and abrupt removal. Said I respectfully request that the court reconsider. Said the child's current stability is in my care. The child educational continually, the ongoing defects involvement, the safety implications of February 25th incident. I am willing to comply with all court ordered requirements and to continue acting the best interest of the child. Says my sole objective is to provide safe, stable, and consistent environment for my son. He said, yeah, so this is basically him just, you know, affidavit for the courts and shit. All right, so this is his civil suit against Althea. Let me see what else. I guess that was it. I don't think they sent any other shit. Yeah, but them X-rays don't really show no damn injuries. The injuries he's saying that he has received from that shit ain't really showing that.
Nah, his arm just got yanked.
Yeah, the arm.
He put his arm. Yeah, he put his arm in the car and shit. Yeah, but he making it look like he was actually struck by the vehicle, like he was actually hit, like a head-on collision and shit.
Said Benzino live animation of himself.
Right.
Shit crazy.
He definitely a character. I'll tell you that. That nigga definitely a character.
Yeah, I don't really see shit in his John. Nah. Yeah, but that's the moral of this story. That's the moral of this story. Ain't really no shit else to it.
Oh, there was a moral to the story.
Yeah.
That shit. Yeah, don't be toxic. Yeah, don't be toxic.
Right.
You know what I mean, that's the moral.
All right, I see. All right, so Diamond in the comment section under the video. If I hit this clown with my car, I would be in jail. The police was on site the whole time. Then she commented, "Where's the neck brace? This nigga a whole liar and a clown. It's funny and sad at the same time. I pray he gets some help. I pray he get the help he needs." I forgot she following us on Instagram. Fucking Diamond from Crime Mob and shit. Okay. Yeah, that was it. That's basically it. She went to Tasha K comment section. But yeah, I guess that's it. Ain't really nothing else to this shit. Yeah, I don't think there's nothing else on this matter. In fact, it wouldn't even be matter.
Shit.
Hey, what's up with this? This is FCC records reportedly show TLC's Chili Thomas sending handful donations to President Trump campaign, other GOP colleagues. So all these celebrities be putting money in these different people's campaigns and shit. But why the fuck y'all so surprised? Why be surprised by that? Like, why should niggas be surprised by that shit? I don't know. Makes a difference.
What the hell going on out here?
But yeah,
make sure y'all smash
that like button,
man.
Definitely appreciate y'all tuning in. Definitely appreciate y'all tuning in. And you know what I mean? Yes, indeed. Appreciate y'all. And make sure y'all like this video, subscribe. Make sure y'all hit up nightandayherbals.com as well. Links is in the description of this video. And if you want to use another device for the QR code in the corner, you can. It'll take you straight to the website. And on that note, shit, ain't really nothing else to discuss on this matter.
Nope.
All right, y'all. We catch y'all on the next live stream. All right, peace.
We out of here. Peace.
I'm not even gonna lie. The joint pain I deal with every day will slow me all the way down. But ever since I started using this right here, Night and Day Pain Relief Balm, everything changed. And within minutes, I feel the difference. Like real relief. Now I can clean my whole house without even thinking about the pain. As a nurse, I'm on my feet all day. And this right here helps me get through my entire shift. can actually enjoy time with my kids now. Go outside, be active, without hurting the whole time. It feels good to just live again. Honestly, if it wasn't for Night and Day Pain Relief Balm, I don't think I'd have the quality of life I have right now.
Comfort slows you down, reach for natural relief. Night and Day Hemp's extra strength CBD pain relief balm melts into aching muscles, delivering warmth you can feel. Soothe your body naturally. Feel free to move again. Night and Day Hemp Balm melts away tension so you can enjoy every moment. Feel the difference fast. Real relief, real results. Order now at nightandayherbals.com.